Who is Joe Rogan?
This guy, Joe fucking Rogan, the highest streamed dude on the internet, bigger than Andrew Tate and fucking Taylor Swift combined. It's Joe fucking Rogan, mate. It's Joe fucking Rogan, the most streamed podcast ever. Hundreds of millions of views a week. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Now you brought it up. We got a Rumble account. Go and check it out. We live stream there Monday to Friday, 11 till 3. We play Ren, we play Chinchilla, we play Sam, we play Knox Hill, we play Eminem, we play all sorts, and a lot of country and western as well, because that's amazing. Go check out our Rumble account. Link is in the description.
Before we go any further, Penny has asked a question.
Go on.
Who is Joe Rogan?
Oh, right, I've just got this wave of anger that's just all of a sudden come in. Oh. Who's Joe Rogan? Penny. Jesus.
Take cover, Penny.
Penny, mate. Joe Rogan, a.k.a. Daddy, a.k.a. the GOAT of podcasting, a.k.a. Who's fucking Joe Rogan? UFC commentator, the greatest to ever have done it. Fear Factor host. The best action-packed, fun host you can get, presenter. This guy, Joe fucking Rogan, the highest streamed dude on the internet, bigger than Andrew Tate and fucking Taylor Swift combined. It's Joe fucking Rogan, mate. It's Joe fucking Rogan, the most streamed podcast ever. Hundreds of millions of views a week. There's a stats that NBC and MSN could even just dream of. He just does it he just talks to mates and just throws a 4-hour podcast out of the best content you could ever dream of, from the best professors and scientists and philosophers and mathematicians and geologists and biologists and physicists and chemistrists. Chemistrist is the word, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Yeah,
we'll make it work. I mean, outside of my glasses now, I mean, I'm not a million miles away from turning into Joe Rogan. Like I've mimicked everything about him almost.
You got the hair, yeah, definitely.
A multiple black belt in jiu-jitsu, Joe Rogan. I mean, who is Joe Rogan?
As well, haven't you?
Oh, I mean, seasoned elite hunter. I mean, a bow's craftsman. No, what's a bow? An archer. He's an archer. He's a walking killer that's tamed his beast. It's Joe fucking Rogan, Penny. Oh, who's Joe Rogan? It's Daddy. And, oh my God, I've forgotten almost the biggest one of them all, worldwide global elite comedian. Arguably the best comedian on the planet, in my opinion. Arguably. It would be a tough contest between Joe Rogan and Ricky Gervais. I'm going to say Ricky he's my hero as well. Ricky Gervais, Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, Jordan Peterson, and my dad. Those are all my heroes. I mean, it's the 5 men who have molded me. This is one of them. He's an amazing individual. Married, 3 girls. Great dad by the sounds of it, by the looks of it. Was that too much? Was that too much? Was that too much?
No, it's never too much.
No, I don't think so. And this is his producer, Jamie. Young Jamie, as they call him. So this is your equivalent, Rowley.
So I'm young Rowley then.
You're young Rowley, yep. And I'm Joe.
And you're old man Wheeler.
Old man bald Wheeler. Yeah, it's exactly. It's exactly what it is. Yeah. Who's Joe Rogan, Penny? I mean, what the hell? Oh, don't worry, mate. I'll forgive you. You're an Aussie. I get it. He's massive in Australia. He's global. He's an A-list. He's the top of the tree. There's no one bigger. I can't think of any celebrity who's more well known. Rolly, name me a celebrity more well known than Joe Rogan.
Well, I'm going to have to say something there. Yeah,
globally,
I didn't know who Joe Rogan was until you introduced him to me.
How are we even friends? How are we even friends?
Are you going to disconnect the call now?
Yeah, it's done, mate. It's over. But now you know who he is. Now you know who he is. So who do you know? You're aware of the scale of the experience of Joe Rogan. So where would you put him in your fame list, so to speak, popularity list? Who's more popular at the moment than Rogie and Rogie Bear? He's also obsessed with grizzly bears.
Are we talking
what
sort of genre?
It's easy to say like Will Smith. Like no, it's not even comparable, the numbers. You know, Will Smith, you know, it would be, you know, he'll do well to get 100 million views at the box office over maybe 10 years. But
well, I'm thinking of singers sort of like Adele, Taylor Swift.
Joe's
Beyonce.
Getting that in a week on a podcast. Beyonce, Joe Rogan, no, not even.
See, I know a lot of people who don't know who Joe Rogan is.
So
they would know who Taylor Swift and Adele and Beyonce are.
Yeah. If you're in the modern Western world, right? If you go to, I don't know, the depths of the China rainforest, well, then they've got nobody.
China rainforest.
Yeah, they got rainforest, don't they? Yeah.
I don't know.
China's huge. Anyway, if you did a survey of 1,000 people in the jungle, at least one of them would know Rogan, and none of them would know Beyonce. I'm convinced of that. I'd bet a lot of money on that. In terms of exposure, if we were to get all the social media stats and all the news stats and all the movie stats and all the TV stats and every stat of exposure you can measure and total them all up into a number, Joe Rogan's at the top of the pile, I think. I don't know who else is like.
I think he has a different type of fame to what Beyonce and Taylor Swift and Will Smith and.
Beyonce's got a similar audience potential because Joe Rogan.
It's a different audience, I think.
If you're 35 and older, you know who Joe Rogan is because of Fear Factor. That was on MTV. That's what everyone watched.
Right.
Did you ever watch Fear Factor? You've heard of it?
I did. I watched Fear Factor, but he wasn't the presenter of it.
Yes, he was.
At the time when I watched it.
When did you watch it? What decade? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's try 2010. Still Rogan. 2015?
Unless he just looked different.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there was much after 2012.
You look younger.
2010. Yeah. Did you like that clip? That was a banger, wasn't it? Now make sure you check out this reaction and also this reaction because you're going to love those as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe.